Councilmember Worthington, and then Anderson.
Thank you. Well, I think we have one council item before us prepared by 2 council members and another one that's got 4 names on it. And in each instance, they are either rescinding the language or replacing the language of Section 2. And as one of the 3 people who voted against that language in the first place, this is the one that calls the recruiters not welcome and uninvited and unwelcome intruders. As I pointed out, that is pretty undiplomatic language for one government agency to say to another. I think that language has really offended not just right-wing people. Because, when we oppose the war in Afghanistan and we oppose the war in Iraq, that offends right-wing people. We get lots of hate mail and threats and all that stuff. But this language has offended those people, but it has also managed to offend lots of extremely liberal and even radical people with the insensitivity and the lack of nuance in how the message was said. So I'm sure that everyone working on this really, sincerely meant to have a very positive, peaceful message, but it didn't come across that way. I believe that we, the city of Berkeley, owe an apology to the veterans of our community, the people who are risking their lives, serving us in various branches of the military, their family, their friends, their supporters. When our council adopts such outrageous language, we owe an apology for having made that mistake. I do believe it was a mistake. And I hope that the city will issue such an apology. But more importantly than words, I think we also need to show some genuine, positive, practical support for our veterans. And one of the things that comes to my mind is we have multiple veterans groups right here in Berkeley that have been denied the opportunity to meet in our veterans building. But another group comes in there and has giant meetings with lots of people, and they're allowed to do it, but the veterans aren't. I think if we want to make a sincere message to the world that we are opposed to the war, but we actually do support our troops, making it possible for our local veterans groups to actually use our veterans buildings and have meetings there, just like other people are having meetings there, would be a very positive sign that it's not just lip service, but that we actually believe it. So I think that we've made a lot of progress in the last week by the 6 different council members, each coming up with some way to either rescind or have replacement language. But I would hope that in addition to rescinding it and replacing it with new language, I think that we should include an apology, and we should commit ourselves to some kind of practical support beyond just saying that we support our troops, but we should actually be doing things that show that we support our troops and support our veterans. Thank you.
I would like to extend to one, and we don't have to go that long, but I think